Hey everybody, this is Erica, and you're listening to the Tales Untold podcast, the show that knows no bounds for the paranormal and unexplained. It's made for the people who love when things go bump in the night. Hello, and welcome back to season 4
of Tales Untold.
I'm Erica.
I'm Wyatt.
And today we have H.H.Holmes. This is a very weird name.
Reminds me of Sherlock.
It does. But what's even more interesting is he was born on May 16th, 1861 in
New Hampshire.
Gilmanton, New Hampshire. I wonder if that's still a town. I have not heard of it before.
I haven't either, but I think that's pretty cool that, well, not cool, but
neat.
That he was born so close.
Yeah. But what's interesting about this is that he was born as Herman Webster Mudgett.
Which is not HHH at all.
It's not, no, it's not even close. Like, oh, okay, you got the Herman. All right, you got the Herman.
There's that.
However,
he also died 9 days before his birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not write his death date. That's cool.
May 7th of 1896.
Happy birthday. So he's better known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes, which is the H.H.
Mouthful.
Holmes. Yes. So I don't know where these names came from. It must just be, actually, I wonder if he took those names from people that he killed. Like to kind of commemorate their identity, actually. Because there's somebody later that we'll talk about later on.
There's actually something. Oh, really?
There is a Howard.
There's something that I thought was kind of interesting. But he has other nicknames such as Dr. Death, the Arch Fiend, the Torture Doctor.
I'm guessing those things happened after he was caught and tried.
Like newspaper clippings and such?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's...
Probably.
Yeah, because like if they didn't know who he was and all of the things he had done,
yeah,
then those names wouldn't have mattered. Kind of like our first mukbang.
John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah. I keep wanting to call him Gatsby.
Gatsby?
Gatsby? I don't know. That's all I got.
Gatsby's such a great guy.
I'm so terrible with names. So bad. So bad. This guy is a pathological liar.
It seems like he definitely is.
Like, he's messed up.
He is. He actually had a few siblings. Mm-hmm. Ellen Holmes, Arthur Holmes, Henry Holmes, Sherlock Holmes. No, I'm just kidding.
So the siblings are named Holmes?
Yeah, that's their last names, yeah.
So, but his was Mudgett.
His...
Did they have different parents?
Well, maybe. Because his parents' names were Theodate Page Price and Levi Horton Mudgett.
Interesting.
So I don't know where this Holmes is coming from.
I can't tell which one's the male and which one's the female.
I can't either. I was about to say the mom's name is...
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, and there's Henry, because he has a brother, Henry.
Yeah.
His younger brother.
I don't know.
Interesting. This guy is wild. He is messed up.
He was hung or hanged in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which sounds like completely two different places. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that sounds like...
That's because Philadelphia is usually referred to as, like, its own place.
Yeah, that's
probably because of the show.
Everything Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah, that one.
The whatever.
Yeah, I think, something like that.
He was buried at Holy Cross Cemetery in Lansdowne. I don't know.
Probably Lansdowne.
Yeah, actually.
Because English does funny stuff.
He began torturing animals as a child, and he was apparently very smart and later graduated from the University of Michigan with a medical degree.
That's dangerous.
It seems that like a lot of these serial killers are really bad people, torture animals for fun.
And they're really smart.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer tortured animals at a young age. I don't know if he was really
Mr.
smart.
Gatsby there did. Jesus. I can't remember his name again. We just said it like 5 minutes
Gacy.
ago. Gacy. Ugh, I'm so bad with names.
This is the part that I thought was interesting, but also a little confusing to me. He financed his education with serious insurance scams, where he would request coverage for non-existent people, and then presented corpses as the insured. What does that mean? Presented them like?
So he showed up. The presenting a corpse thing is he essentially like showed up to the court or the police station and was like, "Oh, look, this is John Smith that had the insurance policy that was to be awarded to me." And that like it was really easy to forge these types of things.
So like he would actually show up with.
Yeah, to the proper authorities and be like, "Hey, this is this person," because
Wow.
the insurance company needs proof that this person was dead.
Yeah.
So my question is, where was he getting these bodies? Was he grave robbing, or like, he saw that somebody just died somewhere and like he went and took their body, or like maybe he was killing homeless people or something and just like claiming that they were this person.
Yeah.
Like there was no photo IDs, there was no licenses to say like to have a picture. Like this was the mid 1800s.
Yeah.
Like you don't typically get your photo taken like that.
No. Especially not back then.
Right. So you could just show up anywhere with forged paperwork that has a name on it and say, "Hey, I'm this person.
Yeah.
I'm from here." And like as long as you mostly look and sound the part, there's nothing to prove
Stopping.
that you're not that person.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
It is. Also, the next thing I'm about to say, I thought this was kind of unneeded information. Apparently, in 1886, Holmes moved to Chicago to work as a pharmacist.
Fun fact. That's probably where he got like drugs and stuff to kill many of his victims. He apparently also had a medical degree, so like that helped when he was trying to like murder people and cut people up to hide them. And,
Yeah.
burn their bodies and stuff.
He got the medical degree from the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
Anyways, a few months later, after he had moved to Chicago to start working as a pharmacist, he actually bought the pharmacy from the owner's wife because the owner had passed away. But then the wife mysteriously disappeared. And that's all they really say about that.
It's interesting that he purchased it and then made her disappear.
Well,
so that, so that he couldn't conveniently obtain it. Like he bought it. So he probably just got the money back. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like he made her disappear. Like he probably handed her cash because, like you don't use debit cards. Like he might have had a check, but she'd go cash it.
A check back then?
Yeah.
How long have
Yeah,
checks
there would
been
be
around?
banks. There would be banks. It'd be a long time.
Oh.
I think they started off as IOUs. But yeah, so like she would have had the money
and then,
somewhere.
Yeah, and then he just
obtained it.
It did say that he raised enough money to build a giant, elaborate home across from the like pharmacy store. He called it the castle.
Yep.
And apparently this castle was reported to have like secret passageways, fake walls, and trap doors. And also Holmes' basement also allegedly contained a lab with equipment used for his dissections. But many of these allegations seem to be likely exaggerated, is what it said. Also, for a website, I got this from history.com. For a website that is literally what they do, this had very little to no information. It seems that this time Wikipedia
came through for us.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Although Wikipedia is not something that you should always use source of information for, use it a lot.
Yeah, I feel when I was in high school, it was not
what it is now.
No, No, it was avoided at all costs. Teacher yelled at you for even thinking about Wikipedia.
They still kind of do that, but it's probably not enforced like it
No,
was.
because I think at the time you were able to go on and just like edit whatever you wanted whenever you wanted. Like
Yeah.
anyone could go in and do whatever.
You still can.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like,
But
you can
it
still...
gets verified now, right?
I'm not
I think-
entirely sure.
I think that's how it works now, and I think that's how
I think you need to have an account to edit or something.
maybe.
And you might need to pay or, like, donate, because I know they have the
right.
donation things.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not entirely sure, though.
I don't either, but it's definitely more reliable than it was in the past.
Yeah.
So they've come a long way. So I have that he was arrested in Boston on November 7th, 1894. So he was 33? That's it?
That's not very old.
61 to 94 feels like it's a lot further than 33 years. I feel like I'm doing math wrong. I need to check that. I definitely just... Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, all right. My math is spot on. That's scary. He was younger than me when he got arrested for a ridiculous amount of murders. You found how many murders he had, right?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Because the next thing I have written down is young women in the area, along with tourists, they rented out rooms in Holmes's castle, and then they started to disappear. Medical schools would, like, purchase
Cadavers.
Things from Dr. Holmes, like skeletons and such. But they would never ask how it was obtained, which is odd. And this is allegedly, he killed as many as 200 people.
Wow.
But that's alleged. Like, it doesn't have a straightforward answer.
Well, they probably can't keep track. So, I mean, this was also the mid 1800s.
Especially, like, sending the skeletons to, like, medical schools.
Yeah. Like,
that's gone.
Yeah, that information's gone. Like, there's probably very little receipts, especially now. There's probably very little receipts of that purchase taking place.
Yeah,
if
back
any.
then, there was probably actually not even a receipt.
Yeah.
But now it would be impossible to find.
Yeah, and then you don't have any DNA to put side by side with that skeleton and whoever you may think it was.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's nothing to back it up with. So you're just like, well, we don't know. Sorry. Which is wild.
It is.
Like, this guy is crazy. For that many murders?
It's quite insane, but I don't know how many murders he actually had, though. Like, it could have been more or less.
Yeah, but, like, I believe that there were lots of them.
I'm not even entirely sure if he was a murderer. I'm waiting to hear the information you wrote down.
Yeah, so I was with you on that as I was reading, but then I read further, and I was like, no, this guy did it. He did all of it. He did all the things.
Well, for some reason, the website that specializes in history didn't have any of that.
So he ended up being arrested and found by a private detective agency named the Pinkerton National Detective Agency. Sounds very English if you ask me. He was originally being held for a warrant that was out for his arrest.
Mm-hmm.
For guess what? Any ideas what this warrant was for?
The insurance scam?
Stealing a horse.
Stealing a horse.
Yes. And at this
That's
time...
some Florida stuff.
Right? I know, and he's still in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
He was about to flee the country with his third wife, who had no idea what was happening.
Come on.
I mean, that's crazy.
Was she Helen Keller?
Maybe. Well, women couldn't come and go as they pleased.
No, but
in the 1800s,
I feel like
there.
Being with someone after a while, you would pick up random little... You'd notice things.
This guy is very smart, so maybe he intentionally picked women that were not. so that like he'd keep them in the dark, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure he would pick
Probably
someone.
literally too.
Yeah, like he would probably pick someone that he knew either would not care about his extracurricular activities
Or wouldn't even be able to figure it out.
Right. Or he kept her happy in such a way that she didn't even
care.
No, that she didn't look
in the dark
any
corners.
kind of darkness that he had.
Mm.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's wild. So in his castle, they found a lot of circumstantial evidence of each of the victims. Bones, hair, teeth in the chimney. So I'm guessing he burned a lot of people to get rid of their bodies.
That is probably like one of the most important pieces of information that should have been included in the article I read.
You're so angry at history. So, but they couldn't really conclusively pinpoint him for any of the other murders. Any other 133 to 200 people weren't really able to be accounted for. Except for...
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Except for 4 people, a family. And I'm going to butcher this last name, but I'm going to do what feels right on my tongue. Peitzel? That's how I'm going to say it. It sounds very Polish to me, but I have no idea. No idea. So, this family had their head of household, Benjamin Freeland Peitzel.
Mm-hmm.
He was not a good person either. So, he was more on the aspect of fraud, stealing, general mayhem, gang-related incidences, things like that. So he plotted with Dr. Holmes to create an insurance fraud, because apparently that's his specialty at this point. Like,
insurance scam was the thing.
Aside from murder and killing people,
that was what he was good at.
Right. Is insurance fraud. I mean, that's a great way to make money back then. Like, that was easy. Like, you show up with a dead body, be like, hey, give me 20 grand. Thanks.
Yeah, try doing that now.
Oh my God, that would not work. You'd be arrested on the spot. So, this guy, they had this huge elaborate plan. So, Benjamin was married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had 5 children with this woman. This story gets wild. I promise. This gets wild. I can't believe that this happened. Anyway, so their plan was to have some sort of lab fire, explosion, what have you, in a place where Benjamin, under a different name, is supposedly working. So Benjamin created this other identity for himself, right? As a doctor, who's he, what's it? I don't remember the name they wrote, but we're gonna who's he, what's it? So the idea was that they were going to put an already dead body in this lab, explode the lab, and then say that that was the doctor, and Holmes and Benjamin's real wife were going to collect the insurance money.
Interesting.
It's wild. It's crazy.
It's such like a crazy scheme.
It's so elaborate.
Long ago.
It's elaborate. And I think it was $10,000. I'm not sure what inflation has done to $10,000, but I'm pretty sure that was a huge chunk of money.
I mean, it kind of is now.
I mean, it's a good size money, but like you can't live off of that. Like, I'm sure this was a decent amount of money where you wouldn't have to work ever. And you could just do as you pleased until you died. And there was like several generations after you that were all set. Like, this is a lot of money.
That's insane that inflation is like that.
Yeah.
$10,000 now is
nothing.
I mean, it's a lot, but
it's a
in the long run,
it's a speed bump. So instead of this insurance fraud going as planned, Dr. Holmes decided to kill Benjamin, actually put him in that fire, tell his wife that's waiting for him that he's over in London somewhere waiting for her and the family. For some reason, he convinced the now widow to give him custody of 3 out of 5 of her children, 2 girls and a boy.
How?
Alice, Nellie, and Howard. So he has custody of them, and they're traveling separately, but like to the same destination.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up killing all of the children, all 3 of them. So he put the girls in a trunk and put a hole in it with a hose and had a noxious gas go into that trunk and killed them. And then he buried them in the basement of a rental house in Toronto.
This guy is sick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But the 3rd child, he had already killed like 2 weeks earlier from killing the girls. He killed Howard with drugs from
What
a
kind?
pharmacy. It didn't specify.
Mm.
It just said drugs. Probably like a sleeping pill type deal. Actually, there was a lot of weird drugs back then that were
Not tested very well.
arsenic like was a thing that you could have as a household item.
That was like Tylenol.
Yeah, like it's wild. But what I don't understand is what purpose did it serve for him to kill these 3 children? They were 13, 9, and 7 years old.
It doesn't seem like he had any motive to kill at all, but like the children, like
Yeah. Like what did you gain from these murders? I don't understand. Like typically there's something. You know, like maybe he was a pedophile, but not all of his victims were children. Maybe he just did it to keep trophies, or maybe he did it for gain. Maybe he was going to use the children's bodies for another insurance fraud somewhere and it didn't work out. Like,
well,
there's no reason.
He had a medical license, but that doesn't. I'm trying to find like a motive. I'm trying to step into the mind.
I have nothing.
Craziness.
I have no like
There's
clear motive for any of these.
This guy, medical license, super smart. Killed a bunch of animals when he was little. Tortured, rather.
He was also bullied for being intelligent, which is wild, but whatever. I just
don't see a motive.
No, I have nothing.
Moving to Chicago to become a pharmacist and then building a castle where you kill a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So, somebody we know had an interesting theory. And I can see where this theory came from. However, none of this says anything about him going to London. So the theory is that he is potentially
Jack the Ripper.
Right.
Which I would have potentially been like, oh yeah, that makes a little bit of sense. Medical degree, whatever.
He enjoys killing people and doing who knows what with their dead bodies.
Yeah.
I imagine. Like, I don't know.
But if you told me that like theory like 2.5 years ago, I would have been like, you know what, that's a very good possibility. Great conspiracy theory. But recently, DNA on the shawl from one of Jack the Ripper's crime scenes, and it came back with a 100% familiar match to one of the original suspects. But I'm not going to reveal the name, because I think we should do a new episode that we have talked about briefly in past episodes on Jack the Ripper, once again, talking about who he most likely 100% is.
And I think in the meantime, you should go back and watch the Jack the Ripper
episode we did in season 2.
Is it season 2? It was season 1.
Jack
it was
the Ripper?
episode 9 of season 1.
Jack the Ripper.
Yep.
When
it's
was
titled
Zodiac?
Jack the Ripper. Zodiac?
When was
that?
the
one before that.
Really?
Yep.
That was all the way from season 1?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep. So, watch and listen to that one first.
All the way back in season 1.
Yep.
And then
next week,
we will be having a second Jack the Ripper episode. When H.H.Holmes was finally caught, after attempting to use another corpse in an insurance scam. He confessed by saying, "I was born with the devil in me. I could not help the fact that I was a murderer. No more than a poet can help the inspiration to sing."
Interesting. So he killed...
Because he felt
Could.
the need that he had to.
Interesting. So I
Had
guess that
the-
kind of answers that a little bit.
That's not
But
really
also,
a motive.
no, yeah, it's just like,
I killed because I wanted to and had to.
yeah. Sometimes that answer works, but not for murder. Sorry.
Especially not in this case, because like he just killed a various amount of different people. I mean, I guess maybe it truly was
And he also...
that he just needed to kill.
Right. And he also
Needed.
believed that it was like against the stigma of humans. You know what I mean? Like he knew it was bad.
Mm,
He knew enough to hide the bodies, to get rid of the evidence.
yeah.
Like he knew. So it's crazy.
It is crazy that someone can be like this.
Mm.
But I think we say that, or at least I do, every single time we talk about one of these
Murderers.
people.
Yeah. So I guess this one isn't really an untold tale. I guess that could be the untold part.
I think it's a little untold only because it's so vague and a lot of it seems to be allegedly circumstantial, maybe, what if, who really was this guy?
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe it wasn't even Herman Webster Mudgett. Maybe he just took on his identity.
Maybe.
And that kid died a long time ago. Or maybe he killed him and then assumed his identity.
I have no, yeah,
I don't know. Like, most of this took place in Chicago.
This seems like a answered, unanswered.
Mystery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, no, not like Jack the Ripper.
It's funny, the Wikipedia said Jack the Ripper as a C also at the bottom.
They are kind of similar and in the similar time frame.
They're in a similar time frame, but I can't see anything where he went to England.
I only mean they're similar because of the medical.
Oh, I know, but I was kind of thinking back to the conspiracy theory, where also there was a heck of a lot more than 5 victims by this guy. Like he did like 100
Also,
to 200 people.
These guys don't seem to be like prostitutes that are having their stomachs clawed open.
Yeah, and he didn't just leave the bodies to be found. Like, he disposed of them. But maybe if he did go to England for, like, 2 weeks, he was like, I don't care if they find them. I'm not going to be here. It don't matter. You know, like, that kind of situation. But I feel like that's careless. After all of the work and effort he did.
And the medical license that he, or certificate, what was it?
Medical degree?
Yeah, that. Like, after learning about all of...
In that case, he took the organs, right? If it was him. Like, we're just playing along here. So, like, if it was him, and he was doing all these things... Like, I don't see the connection. Now that I've actually looked into H.H. Holmes, like, at first it was a compelling argument to me. It was very interesting. It was... I said damn word. Interesting. It was very compelling that, you know what, they were around the same time. And, like, this guy had very similar, you know, MO. But I don't really see the actual connection.
I, like, see it and I don't. Because, like, I obviously know who Jack the Ripper is now.
Yeah.
But if you told me, like, a while ago, I would have probably believed it. Also because they were very vague about his life. There's gaps missing. So he could have easily went to London for some sort of medical thing for the College of Michigan.
Yeah, like the meeting or what have you. Yeah, doctors go to those sort of things all the time.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm not believing that he's going to be Jack the Ripper, but I am looking forward to revisiting Jack the Ripper in our next episode.
I am too.
And I think this wraps up H.H. Holmes. We both see that he's a crazy,
demented,
unhinged human.
twisted, F-bomb.
Yes. He's unhinged for sure. And it's fun to be back in
for
Tales Untold.
Season 4.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm Wyatt.
I'm Erica.
This is Tales Untold.
Thanks for listening.